Hi guys, Tony from GME. Today I'm going to run you through one of the really cool features in our XRS range of radios, known as XRS Voice Playback. And I'll say from a personal perspective, this is the one feature in the XRS radio that I use more than anything else when I'm out in the bush exploring in my four-wheel drive. So today I'm going to run you through exactly what the technology is and then how to set it up on your radio. So the way voice playback works is very simple. The radio is continually recording all received transmissions when voice playback is enabled. The radio will record the first 30 seconds of each call received up to a total recording time of 12 minutes. As you fill up that 12-minute cache and you receive new calls, the oldest calls will drop off and be replaced with the newest ones. You then program a button on your radio so that you can quickly jump to voice playback and hear any calls that you might have missed. Now this is a really useful feature, particularly if you've got a very loud vehicle, if you've got your stereo turned up, or maybe you're on the phone, you know that you've received a call but you didn't quite catch what the person said. Rather than asking them to repeat themselves, you simply hit the button and you'll hear exactly what was said the first time. I'll now run you through how to enable voice playback on the radio, and then also how to program one of the programmable buttons so that it's a nice, easy way to jump straight into voice playback when you need it. So let's get started. Start by jumping into the menu system, pressing the menu button. Scroll down until you get to XRS Features, which is the last menu item. Press menu again to enter the menu, and you've got Location Services, Voice Playback, and Active Mute. The menu system that you're looking for is obviously voice playback, so jump in there. And you've got three options here. You can enable it. Now with this particular radio, you can see that it is already turned on. You can clear all, which clears any previously recorded communication received via voice playback. Or you can go down to playback and it will play back any of the received calls through that menu. Now, obviously there's a couple of menu steps there to get to the playback menu. So what we recommend, and what makes it a lot easier to use the function, is if you program one of the programmable buttons on your XRS to voice playback so you can jump straight into playback mode when you've missed a call. So to program voice playback into one of the programmable buttons, again the process is very simple. Jump into the menu, go down to Prog Buttons, standing for Programmable Buttons, press menu to enter, and you've got a couple of different options here. There's two buttons on the XRS radios that are programmable. The XRS button on the front and the call button on the top. Both of these buttons are able to be programmed with two separate functions. One on a press of the button and two on a press and hold of the button. So between the two programmable buttons, you've got four customizable key push options. Now personally, I like having voice playback programmed on a single press of the top button. So we'll do that now. Go down to top button press menu, and then you've got a number of different functions which you can allocate to that key. In this case, we're going to allocate voice playback. So find voice playback in the menu, single press of the menu key, and you'll see the small dot has moved next to voice playback, confirming that that feature is now programmed to that key. Press back a couple of times, and you're back to the main menu setting. Now, it's as simple as waiting to receive a call, and then pressing that top button to play it back. So now that we've got voice playback programmed to the top button, let's give it a bit of a go. Now obviously we need to ensure that the radios are on the same channel. They're both on 17, and we'll make a couple of calls. Test 1, test 2, test 3. Now simply press the top button, and the radio will play back the most recently received call. If you would like to go back through previously received calls, after pressing the voice playback button, you can then navigate using the up and down keys to go back through all of the previously received calls. The information displayed on the screen will tell you the recording number, with 1 being the most recent. It will tell you the channel that the radio was on when it received the call, which is very useful if your radio is in scan mode with voice playback turned on and you're not sure which channel the person transmitting was on. And lastly, it will tell you the amount of time that has elapsed since you missed the call. A really good feature if you're away from the vehicle. You come back to your vehicle and press voice playback to see what you've missed, and you can also see exactly how long has elapsed since the call was received. So it's as simple as that. Voice playback is a really easy feature to set up on your radio. It's even easier to use, and once you've done so, in my opinion, it'll be one of those things that you wonder how you ever lived without it. So, as always, if you've got any questions or feedback for us, please leave a comment below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with the latest developments from GME.